Happy birthday, bitch!
So you're just gonna bring me a birthday gift on my birthday to my birthday party on my birthday just for a birthday gift?
Happy birthday? Batty, batty, shot o'clock! Batty, batty, shot o'clock!
Batty, batty, shot o'clock! Batty, batty, shot o'clock!
Batty, batty, shot o'clock! Batty, batty, shot o'clock! Batty, batty, shot o'clock! What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode! And if you guys haven't noticed, it's Erma's birthday!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray! That's what white people do.
They do, but you know what? It's hilarious because it really does feel like a celebration.
Yes,
hello,
it does.
queens. I am turning. Well, I'm actually. Today is the day that's actually my birthday.
The day that we're filming.
We are literally filming, so I'm so happy that I'm able to film for you guys and just actually feel like you guys are celebrating my birthday with us. So, with that being said, I am so excited. I'm turning 26, as mentioned. 26 is a weird number. It's close to 30, guys.
Oh,
Stop! No, I don't want to turn 30 yet. But literally, time flies like crazy. I remember being like literally 16 and like just enjoying my high school life, being a fucking little kid and just enjoying my time with friends and everything. And now, look at us. We're adults.
Yeah, I feel like right now it's one of those times where you're just kind of confused, where you don't know if you're a teenager or if you're really like an adult because you still kind of feel like a kid.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like how I feel most of the time because I like to still do childish things, and that's okay. Just because I'm like an adult doesn't mean that I can't enjoy these things. You know what I mean?
You're just living your life, and really think about it. We turn adults when we turn 21, so we're barely 5 years in of being a grown adult. That's how I see it. Of course, I feel like I could be doing better with my years, but you know what? We're not going to be negative on this fucking podcast, on this episode today. We're going to think positive and just celebrate that it's my birthday. We literally just had a birthday party celebration, kickback vibes, on Friday, which is the 20th, and it was so much fun, you guys. Like, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I didn't realize how stressful planning a party can be. And honestly, it was pretty stressful. I couldn't find an outfit. I was struggling on like what to have for food. I was like, oh my God, I have to make the invitations. Oh my God, I have to set up the outside and everything. But shout out to Montero's creation because she literally pulled through. She sent me a DM and she's like, girl, I got you for your birthday. Don't even worry about it. And I was just in shock because I was like, damn, like, she really does want to do this for me because I wasn't planning on having, like, a garland, nothing like that. It was just going to be manteles on the table with just a vase in the middle with flowers, and that's it. Literally give very kickback vibes, but she literally pulled through and made this day feel very, very special for me. So, of course, I am very grateful for that, and overall, I'm so happy that everybody got fucked up. We ended up finishing 4 bottles. I am so happy because normally, you know, when we do hang out with our friends, we try to finish as many bottles as we can. And if I see bottles empty, that's when I know we all had a good time. And from that being said, we had a good ass time. And
we had a really good time.
Literally. But apart from drinking alcohol, it was a little bit of a party. So literally, guys,
I think we smoked like 20 like joints.
Dude, literally. And we kept on passing the bongs around. Like, it was just an amazing lit ass fucking time. We ended up playing beer pong. We had a little tournament moment and stuff. And then we ordered some drinks, but they didn't end up giving us the drinks that we wanted, and they gave us cut water.
I know, dude.
And if you guys have ever had cut water is dangerous. It's literally like if it was a buzzball. But I think it was worse. Yeah, I will say it's worse. And honestly, I was actually sipping on one while we were playing beer pong, and literally, no joke, I was like, I need to stop myself or else I'm gonna get fucked up. And another amazing news, my siblings actually did end up coming as well. My baby sister and my baby brother. Oh, it makes me so emotional just even still thinking about it, but I'm just so happy that they were able to come. So
I'm crying already.
But I am, but
let's get unemotional and let's sing Irma a happy birthday. Bring in the cake. Okay, let's light her up.
Yay!
Qué linda está la mañana en que vengo a saludarte.
That's all I know, Loki.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I hope you wish for big booty bitches and a lot of money.
Oh, you know damn well. Let's take a little mordida.
Mordida, mordida. I would squish Irma's face into that, but low-key, we have a lot of filming to do. And low-key, I'm traumatized from the very first time that she hit 21. And I literally threw her whole ass face inside of the cake and I almost busted her tooth.
Yeah, dude. No, it was. You know
It was an
what?
accident.
It was an accident, but you know what? I didn't even feel anything. I
Yeah, it
genuinely didn't.
looked worse than what it was.
Yeah, literally. And everybody was like, and I was just like, no, it's okay.
I'm
you're
like,
fine.
oh, I didn't mean to. I'm not a bad person. It was an
No,
accident.
You weren't. And then overall, guys, also thank you to Montero's Creation for the cupcakes too. They're so good.
She made the cake as well, and this was the first time that she was making cakes, and it was so delicious,
Yes.
and it was so gorgeous. I wish we
Amazing.
took pictures of it, but Irma did take some pictures. So if you guys want to follow her on Instagram, go ahead and click the link down below, and go like and wish my friend a happy birthday right now. Hurry up! I know you have picture-in-picture mode, so you can literally go to Instagram at the same exact time while you're still watching this video.
Yes.
Because I know you have the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. We had a really, really good time with Irma at her birthday party at my house. I got really, really drunk. I went upstairs and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a 15-minute nap and then I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yeah.
But I never went downstairs. Tell me why. Alan got inside of the room like at 3:30 in the morning. And since in my head, I was already kind of like ready to like get up and like go downstairs already, I got up and I fucking panicked because I thought I was gonna get in trouble from Alan to be like, oh, you're asleep, you're
being whack, you can't hang.
yeah. So I was already fucking up and ready, but
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I got up and I just had to take off my pants. No, it's because I had jeans on,
No,
so
yeah, I
I
could never sleep
could
in
not
jeans.
sleep with jeans
No,
like that. Well, now I can't sleep with
no.
jeans because it's so uncomfortable, especially because my blankets are very thick.
Yes.
And I like my room to be cold, so imagine a thick blanket and then some thick jeans.
None gonna work. And then Ashley también, she ended up crashing out probably like around
I think like
12
11, no?
11.
Yeah.
So literally like for a moment we were even like, where's Ashley? Where's Ashley? Where did she go? Because she literally disappeared and she ended up knocking out in the room. But it's okay because she did have work that morning and obviously she wakes up really early for work. So I don't blame her. I'm just glad that she was able to join us. And since we were hella blazing it, guys, like no joke, the fucking munchies, the sleeping is like was kicking in. I am very surprised that I lasted that long. They stayed until like I think 3 o'clock at
3:30.
night, and oh my god, girl, like I was knocking out in my chair. I was like,
Did you throw up?
No, I didn't throw
I
up.
didn't throw up. I haven't
I'm
thrown
so
up in like
happy.
a couple of times. I know, that's really
I'm so
good.
happy. And but you know what? When I did go to sleep, I woke up like around 5 to 6, and I kept on tossing and turning because I did feel like throwing up, and I'm like, I don't want to throw up. That shit's gonna be nasty. And I eventually just knocked out, and I woke up and I felt good. But I'm not gonna lie, throughout the day, like I just felt so exhausted, and like I don't know if that's just like the hangover still because you're just so tired, or
Maybe.
like I don't know, guys. Like I just did not have any energy. But the good thing that we all pulled through and we did not have any major fucking hangovers. We finished the bottles and it was just an absolutely amazing time. But apart from the fun and everything, there was a little situation that happened at my little birthday party. Nothing crazy or anything, but it was just something that I for sure caught on. And you know, it did literally throw me off and got me a little upset at the moment. Prize Picks for sponsoring this week's episode.
Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 players' stat projections and watch the winnings roll in.
One Caleb Williams passing yard gets you 1 win on Prize Picks every week in September. That's right, only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Don't miss the deal on Prize Picks because it's gone when September ends.
Prize Picks invents the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is super simple and fun to play with all of your friends for game night.
For example, Josh Allen for less than 240 passing yards and CD Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards.
So what are you waiting for? Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LTP and get $50 instantly when you play $5.
That's code LTP on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Prize Picks.
I'm not trying to fuck up my own fun due to somebody else's action or what they said. So with that being said, I literally just was like dropped it. And I just continued on with my fucking birthday party. And that was that.
The only thing that I can say about that situation, and the only reason why we're not talking about it directly, is just because we're still trying to figure out exactly what went on. So we don't sound like we're just talking shit with misinformation.
If you knew me as a friend, you knew damn well that I wouldn't have done anything.
Well, if you really think about it, we're all friends, and you've been cool with that person,
exactly.
and you've actually been the coolest person to that person. So for them to even say something to you was definitely out of line. I personally, I've always been the type of bitch. It's like, you disrespect me, it's on site. It's right there. I will caught on to you. You know, Irma, however she handled it, that's her way of handling it. But the only thing that I would say is if she didn't handle it at that moment, I still feel like she should have texted that person so that she could have been like, hey, I just... maybe what was going on? Why did you say that? That's not cool. It just really depends. I feel like we just had talked about it and we were like, you know what? We'll just drop it. Those people, they're our friends, but they're not really that close to us where we see them every single fucking day where it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Keeking with them, I just don't feel comfortable anymore.
For me, personally, honestly, I feel like I've given this person so many, opportunities to, be part of our friends and everything.
And we've been kind.
Very kind. And honestly, at this point, this just cut the ties. I'm sorry, but honestly, I don't see myself inviting the person ever again, to be honest. Some weird ass shit. But overall, with the negativity, it's okay. Because guess what? I enjoyed my birthday party and I had hella fucking fun, and that was the most important part. And that's why I didn't bring up anything on that moment, because I didn't want to fuck up my fun.
But let's talk about the shit talkers in the comment section.
It's time.
I'm just kidding, y'all. You guys don't talk shit. You guys just say real ass shit, and I like that because I'm a real ass bitch.
Exactly.
This first one comes from Jasmine Gonzalez 4578. I just went to Horror Nights and I instantly thought of you guys when I seen the late night with Chucky. You guys are going to love it, especially Alan. As you're walking to form a line in the front door, stay on the right and go through the door so y'all can sit in the front.
Ooh, you guys. So, okay, reminding us of Universal Horror Nights. We were actually supposed to go today for my birthday. And, we took a look at the tickets, and for 3 of them, it was about $1,000. It was $1,000, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a little expensive. And Alan did offer to buy me my Universal ticket as my birthday gift, but honestly, it was just gonna be too much. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. We don't have to go. We could definitely plan something else, because obviously we just had a birthday party kickback for the 20th. So honestly, I think I'm good with not going. Next comment is at Carlas2143. Bud and roses for Irma's birthday. Imagine Irma dressed like Poison Ivy on her birthday shoot. Girls, stop. I'm all a bartender and everything. I actually did not have a photo shoot, not gonna lie, because everything was just so last minute and I was just stressing. And then for me to order everything on Amazon, especially since the ideas that we had with the disco ball and then with your idea, that was actually really, really cute. But honestly, I think time slots was just not pulling through. So with that being said, it's okay. We did end up at least taking pictures at the party. So we did get some amazing ones, which I did end up posting. So they looked fabulous. So no shoot was actually needed because, the shoot was basically at the birthday party. But I would have loved that idea. Maybe I would if I end up dressing up as Poison Ivy for October for Halloween. That'd be so sexy.
Yeah, I had told Irma to start planning her birthday party 2 weeks before her birthday party. And low-key, she waited until the last 3 days of her birthday. So that's why none of it ended up getting executed the way that she wanted to. But her birthday party still ended up happening. And then she got a photo op at her birthday and with all the garlands. So I'm so glad that that everything worked out and she actually didn't have to spend so much. And that's the whole point of why we had the birthday party, was because I was like, well, if you're gonna have a birthday party, friend, let's do like a more of a kickback so you don't spend so much, but we still have a great time.
Yeah.
So it was super, super lucky that like Montero's Creation came in and was like, hey, let me do your entire birthday party, which came out so beautiful and so nice for a last minute thing. So thank you so much to Montero's Creation for doing that, because you're a real one for that. Like it looks so beautiful. It looks so like if we planned it like months in advance. So it was a good one. It was a really
good one. I was wanting to give kickback vibes. Like literally in the invitation, I was like, bring your own bud, bring your own beer. Like it. Right? Bring your own beer. No, bring your own drinks. Algo así. But, like, the invitation even gave very, like, kickback vibes. So, honestly, like, overall, guys, like, I'm just happy how everything turned out.
Let's move on to the next comment. This one's from Antovieros FS3WM. Hey guys, I'm going for my surgery. Any advice on how y'all got prepared for it?
Ooh, what kind of surgery?
What kind of surgery?
Oh.
What are you gonna do, baby? The way that I had it prepared, and I don't think I've ever talked to you guys about this, because you know, like when you're about to go get surgery, I wanted to like motivate you guys to be like, oh my god, like, you know, like don't worry about it, like it's all gonna be chill. But as I was on my way to the surgery, there was a lot of traffic and I was already late to my surgery. So the only reason why I had decided to drive was because I wanted to get my mind cleared, but I wasn't really like thinking about the traffic or that I was gonna be late or anything like that. So as soon as I was in the LA freeway, it was like fucking crazy ass traffic. So I was thinking about traffic. I was thinking about how frustrating the traffic was, and I was also thinking about my surgery. But when I was thinking about my surgery, I was like so excited about it in my head. Like I was already getting so excited, but the frustration combined with it just kind of made all of my emotions like get bottled up. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy. So I bursted out into tears and I had like a panic attack. And I literally told Alan and Irma, I was like, don't tell me anything, don't say anything to me, let me just cry it out. Because anything that they say or anything that they do won't really make it better. Like they'll just be like, oh, it's gonna be okay, like don't worry. But like they really didn't know where my frustration was coming from. So I kind of was just like, okay, like I just need to cry it out and let it go. And I did. I cried it out, I let it go. We got into the surgery and I was the happiest I've ever been, like at that moment. And I really didn't look at surgeries the night before or a couple weeks even before that, because I didn't want to freak myself out. So that's one of my biggest tips to you, is like if you are getting surgery, do not try to research it of like, oh, how is it gonna happen, what's gonna happen, because you're gonna get freaked out. And when you get freaked out, you're just thinking about that. So one thing that I actually didn't know was what your flight or fight mode is when you're about to go into surgery. And when I was sitting down on the table for them to like do the needles and make sure that I was okay and put my nightgown and everything, I was hella freaked out. Like I just got into panic mode. The nurse, she was super sweet about, she's like, don't panic, please don't panic, like you gotta chill out, it's just gonna be a needle, we'll start putting things in you and you'll be fine. So she puts in the needle, I was fine. But then I started feeling something going inside of my body, and that's when my body freaked out. So my body started getting anxiety, I started getting chills all over my body, I got super cold, my body felt like white as a ghost, and I just couldn't like react at the moment. I had to pee, I had to poop, I had to throw up. Like my face was so white as a ghost. Like I just felt my body kind of just like very flimsy. Like I still remember those feelings before I got into surgery. But as soon as that went away, my nurses and my doctors made me feel so comfortable. Like they weren't like, okay, well, once you get into the operating table, we're gonna strap you down and we're gonna end up putting a gas mask on you, and then afterwards you're gonna feel so sore. No, they were like, okay, let's go to the operating room. What type of music do you want? Lay down. How are you feeling? Are you super excited? Like they made me feel so comfortable that when I knocked out, I just woke up. Yeah. And I didn't realize that I was in surgery for 7 hours. And as soon as I woke up, I really did feel like I was hungover. Like I felt like throwing up. I felt like a big ass like thing on my head because of like the nose tape and everything, and I couldn't breathe. So I was like, oh, I can't breathe, I want to breathe through my nose. And they're like, you can't. So like imagine like for a very long time you're like, oh, I can breathe through my nose and stuff like that. So breathing just from your mouth was so difficult because like your mouth gets really dry, and like even after that, like I don't know what was going on. Like I just kind of like blinked out, and then I got home and I threw up. So all I can really say to you to prepare yourself is don't prepare yourself. Like try to go in there with an open mind and try to be like, okay, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, it's all gonna be all right. I've never fainted in my life, but I don't want to faint. Like I feel like I'm dead. Like, oh girl.
It's scary.
So yeah, like if you are thinking about getting a surgery, like don't think about it too much, but think about it too much. Like think about the worst, but don't think about it so much. Does that make sense? I was so into my mind that day. Like there were steps to my mental thought as I was going to it. Like the night before was just like, it was pure regret. It was literally the night before, pure regret. And it was like, why am I doing this? I don't have to do this. I don't have to go through this pain. And then you go through it and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. You can't wait. Like, oh my God, like I'm so nervous. And then you're like, what if this happens? What if that happens? And then you're about to get the surgery and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to wake up. And then you wake up and you're like, what just fucking happened? And then afterwards, you're just like, why did I have to do this? I didn't have to do this. Like, this is the longest time in history to like recover. And then afterwards, you're just like, okay, fuck it. Yeah, pues ya pasó. I'll do it again.
Yeah,
Do it again.
10 million times more.
It's not as bad as I explained it to you guys. It's just that was my initial thought.
So this is from at ASMR Mania 5895. The toe story unlocked a new fear in me. OMG.
Wow, you guys.
Update.
Well, a lot of people were telling me that my nail was gonna fall off, and a lot of people were commenting that, oh, just go to the doctor and take it off. But low-key, I feel like I shouldn't be going to the doctors unless I'm like fucking dying vibes, or like unless like I have like some type of concern. Like my toenail is not really much of a concern, girl. Like I could have just taken it off, you know? But I did wait a couple days. I didn't really think anything of it. It was fine. The days that I wasn't hurting, I was like, look, friend, it's not moving. Like it's not moving.
It stayed.
It stayed. And one morning, I just kind of feel like my nail lifted, and I was like, what the fuck? So I look at it and I tell Alan, I was like, babe, my nail's lifted. I'm gonna have to take this bitch off.
And when you lifted it, was it like a lot or was it like a slight?
No, it was a lot. Like it was like half of my nail was already lifted. So I was like, you know what, girl? Like I'm not about to go to surgery for this. Like I need to go and take this off. Like I'm just gonna take this bitch off. Like I'm gonna rip it. At first, I started lifting it little by little, but you know, like when they tell you, like, don't be pulling off your skin little by little because it hurts, just rip it off.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing it little by little, but it wasn't hurting. So I was like, all right, let me do it little by little and it'll start coming off. And it was. But then I was like, let me go on TikTok and see how these bitches remove their nails just in case if they've ever removed their nail. Yeah. And a lot of people have. So some girl literally goes, look, my nail's about to come off. Ew. And she's like moving it, right? And she goes, and now we're going to take it off. And she goes, what? And I was like, so you think that's kind of... Okay. Do you think that hurt her? So I was like, you know what? I put two and two together. I was like, if this is going to feel like how it feels cuando me quito una uña enterada, then I can take it off.
All right.
So then I did. I literally did that. I was like, all right, if I start feeling pain, I'll stop. Yeah. So I started just ripping it off como si fuera una uña enterada, and it took off. It didn't hurt at all. And I still have part of my nail there. So I know that I didn't take it off from the root. So I know it'll still grow back.
No, for sure. It's definitely going to grow
happy.
back.
Right now I have a naked mole wrap, but I'm happy I'm going to get another nail.
But low-key, what I saw, I'm like, damn. It still looks like you have a nail on, but I know you don't. Good thing that the nail actually fully came off, because I think you mentioned that you had like a fungi on it. So now officially I'm assuming the fungi is like fully gone off now.
But you know what? I don't think the fungi was like on my actual like toe. It was on my my toenail, and that's good that it came off. Maybe that was the whole plan for like God for me. Like, oh well, you're not gonna take it off, so I'll fucking take it off for you, bitch.
So you don't have to deal with it no more.
Like, so you don't have to deal with that shit anymore.
But enough of this little toe talk, girl. I'm thirsty. I'm quenched. So we're gonna start off with sip of the week. So excited for this one because we actually tried these drinks at my birthday party, and Danny was the one that actually found these at, where was it?
We got them at Ralph's, I think, no?
Yes, it was at Ralph's.
We did get them at Ralph's.
And girl, these are tequila cocktails. Say what?
Now, I am on a hunt for a new drink officially because ya no me gusta beers, ya no me gusta el buzzball. I've never liked beatbox, and right now I'm really into those margaritas that are 27.7% per volume. Because me and Annette, if you guys didn't know, I just filmed for Annette's podcast. I don't think it's out yet, but it's gonna be out soon. And I did try it with Annette on her podcast, and I did take 2 of them, and I didn't get as drunk as I wanted to, but I still got pretty like tipsy. Like, yeah. So I think I could get like 3 or 4 of those. So those are my new favorite, and they're $5.
Cheap.
$5 make me holla, honey.
Easy,
like,
cheap way to drink, bitch.
Oh, hell
And they're
yeah.
small, so they're easier to hide. So just in case, FYI, guys.
just in case you want to put it up your notes, put it up for a festival.
Why not? But you guys, this is literally 7% alcohol. I got the Matador.
And I have the Paloma, and we also have the Margarita.
Oh, did
mine
it pop
popped.
on you? Oh, shit.
It's okay. It's okay.
But this one, the Matador, I've never had a Matador. And it's pineapple. So I love pineapple.
And mine is the Paloma. So this is actually South Norte. We forgot to tell you guys the name. It is
yes.
South Norte.
Yeah.
It's super delicious. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Now this is something I could drink. For sure it does taste better over ice. And now we're going to try out the margarita one. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not much of a margarita fan. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I've just drinking so many margaritas throughout my life that I'm like...
But
I'm
this
okay
is actually
with
a
it.
pretty good margarita. It's not too bad. Like, will I be able to be like, oh, let me grab a margarita? Fuck no, but not too bad.
No. You know what it is? I feel like I've just had so many margaritas that whenever I taste it, it reminds me whenever I would throw it up. And that shit was gross. So, not for me, honey. But if you guys like margaritas, I think you guys would like it.
How about how we're both 26 now?
Bitch. It feels really weird saying that that we're 26 because it's like...
Well, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
Do you remember? And I think you do remember when Alan had turned 21 first. I was 2 weeks out to be 21, so I remember that Alan would have to buy like the alcohol at Ralph's for me for a while. So since Alan and me were the only ones that were 21, and Annette and Irma and Ashley were not 21 yet, we had to buy alcohol for all of them because they weren't 21 yet.
We couldn't buy alcohol or anything. Damn, what the fuck?
That's crazy, huh?
That's so crazy. So don't do that. It's illegal. Don't do that. But literally, you guys,
whatever
for
you want.
everybody, for all your friends to have fun, girl, like we're all about to be fucking 21. Like shit, say less. Like what the fuck not do it? Like we're doing it in a safe place at home, okay, guys?
Yeah. Sometimes when I turn like a certain age, I don't really like to think about, oh, what could I have done different this year, or what can I change of myself, or what was exciting for my 25th. So what my question to you, Irma, and I have actually never answered this, so I'll answer it too, but what is something that you loved at Club 25?
At Club 25, honestly, I will say I love the fact that I was finally able to have control over what I need help with. Honestly, I'm happy that I was finally able to realize, like, hey, like, I actually have things that I need to fix in within myself that I would always ignore with all these years of me growing up and just, like, dealing with it, like, how you really shouldn't be dealing with it. And I'm just really proud at myself for when I was 25, I had that realization of like, damn, I should get help. I should go to therapy. I should just start taking care of myself and figure out how to control these emotions and just try to be better mentally. And obviously, it is still going to be a journey from like my 26 and stuff, but I feel like that's something huge that I'm so happy that I did accomplish when I'm 25, that I finally did something about it, because I've always struggled with just dealing with shit and just like trying to kind of figure out what's going on with me. And now that I officially took that step, like it just brings a relief in my head of like, I'm doing okay, I'm fine, like this is just part of life, and if this is what's something that I have to go through, then it's okay, you know, like that's just part of life. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong, and there's never too late. Even if you guys are 30, 40, 50, it's never too late to figure out if you need help or not. And it's okay to ask for help, because I've always struggled asking for help, and I've always struggled just trying to, you know, be okay and not be so like, I don't know. Like, I just always had like this attitude problem with myself that I feel like I was just hating the world so much. But I've gotten to a point now that I'm like, I shouldn't be like that. I need to enjoy my life. We only live once. And the only way I could do that is that if I continue to prosper myself and realize what I have to do. So to complete that, I would say 25 is definitely...
It's just being more aware of yourself
aware.
and wanting to take care of yourself.
It really is. That's probably like the major thing that I'm so happy that I did when I'm 25.
Well, what is something that you regret when you were 25? Because we can talk about the good.
Yeah.
But we have to acknowledge the bad.
Regret, yeah,
because
for sure.
that's going to be our learning lessons for 26.
You know what? This is probably going to be like a topic that I'm not going to bring up again more later. Well, I probably will, but more later or whatever once everything else is situated. But I'm not getting the gastric sleeve instead of the gastric balloon.
Oh.
That's
because you got your balloon last year when you were 25?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When I was 25. Well, basically 24, but I still had it when I was 25. And I had it till like, I think February, January. And I will say that's probably one thing that I wish I could have just done instead of the fucking balloon. Because obviously the balloon, if you guys aren't aware, the balloon is only temporary. It's a temporary procedure. I just need to get it straightened out because a lot of people are still confused. This is completely different from the sleeve. This balloon you only have within you for 6 to 12 months. And I had it in me for 9 months. And that with that time frame, you have to make sure that you're eating good. You have to make sure that you change those habits, basically. And I did lose the pounds that you were supposed to lose with the procedure. With that, you're supposed to lose the minimum 30 pounds. And I think I ended up losing about 35 pounds, I think, around there. I don't really recall, to be honest. It was great. I lost the weight, but did I change those eating habits? Of course I didn't. So with that being said, I will say that was probably one of my regrets, but I'm not going to see it as a regret. I'm going to see it more of like a learning lesson of like, don't be afraid of going through procedures or like surgeries, because that was also the halt. I was scared of what it's gonna like be invasive with my body, but at the end of the day, that would have been a better option and I would have been a skinny queen by now. But it's okay, because guess what? I feel like for me personally, if I vocalize something, it won't happen. And if I keep it for myself, it'll eventually happen. I don't know if that's just weird. Like, it's like a manifestation thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes
like work
sense.
in silence.
Work in silence. That, as I said, I'm using it as a learning lesson. And you know, when they took it out, I was doing good and everything, but obviously, as you guys can see, I gained the weight, and I'm not gonna see it as a negative thing. Obviously, you guys could say whatever you want. I really don't care, because it's just me, myself, and I that's gonna worry about my own body and stuff. And of course, I see you guys' like recommendations, and you guys are worried and stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, I know what I'm doing with my body, and I know what I'm trying to do and accomplish. And you know, it's a work in progress. So, little heads up, just wink, wink, hint, hint. And yeah, so she is just gonna be soon prospering and just doing better. So,
well,
yeah.
how do you like to celebrate your birthday?
Oh, okay. Honestly, it's very rare for me to have birthday parties. And honestly, I feel like this birthday party was actually really, really fun. But I feel like over the years, since we've just been so used to like going to Vegas for birthdays, drinking it up and everything, don't get me wrong, I still had fun and everything, but I feel like to enjoy my birthday, I just want to have a relaxation time. I just want to be able to relax, just not worry about anything, just worry about me. Just think about me, you know? It's just a day of me, you get me? So I'm very self-conceited and stuff like that, but no, in a really positive way. Like, I just want to relax. I just want to blaze it and have a chill-ass time with my friends, and honestly, that's the best time that I could probably ask for, to be honest.
It's a good thing to do like a relaxation on your birthday, because sometimes you just kind of have to live like a stress-free life.
Yeah.
Like, make sure those wrinkles aren't there anymore.
Yeah, dude, literally. And I really do want to celebrate it like that. And obviously, like, since we're getting older, low-key, the liquor, like, we're able to handle a little bit less and less over time, but it's okay. So that's why I feel like it's been good that we've kind of not been like, because sometimes people celebrate their birthdays like every day, así chispeando, todo, así, nomás echando unos pinches chelas y todo.
Yeah, I can't drink
But
like that.
I can't
drink like...
Only when we're in Vegas, that's when it's like possible.
Kind of. I can't even do that.
Dude. Honestly, I feel like the relaxation is just something that we kind of have to treat ourselves. I feel like sometimes when we party so hard, we forget that we also need to take care of ourselves. And I feel like that's the perfect day to basically do it on your birthday.
Do you ever get butthurt if certain people don't wish you a happy birthday? Is that something that is really important to you?
you know what? If I know you as a person, I'm still talking to you till this day, and like we see each other occasionally and stuff, I expect a happy birthday. I'm not gonna lie. I do. But there's some people that I just see as acquaintances and I just don't like really talk on to the daily, and I probably don't even talk to anymore. And I generally like, I've just learned to not really care. I just worry more about who's around me right now, and I don't worry about anybody else like that I don't really interact with anymore. Like, honestly, and I'm okay with it. I've learned to be okay with it because when I was in high school, when I was younger, I had friends, but they never showed that appreciation that it was my birthday. I've just kind of learned to adapt of like, okay, not everybody's gonna care for it, so why should I care for them? I know that sounds very rude and sound like very like, I don't know, it probably sounds a little mean, but at the end of the day, that's just how I feel about it. But obviously, if you're in my everyday life and you say happy birthday, I greatly appreciate it. And if they don't say anything and I talk to them, that's when I'm like, why didn't you tell me happy birthday? Unless they're trying to wait until they see me in person, that's when I understand it. But overall, ya casi me vale verga. Like, if it's my closest friends, I will be upset. But if it's not, no me importa, honestly.
Speaking about this topic about birthdays and stuff like that, I used to be a very big birthday guy, and I used to be a very big gifter because pues I like to gift people stuff, and I like to give it with a lot of love and a lot of thought and a lot of, you know, a lot of consideration. So when it comes to birthdays, I'm all out for it, and I'm all out for all my friends, and I'm all out for for everyone. And you know this, you know, I'm always like even for your birthday, you didn't have anything planned. I was like, friend, let's do this and that. And throughout the years, I feel like I've been a little bit more standoffish with like birthdays, because if people don't treat me the same as I treat them on my birthdays, why should I do it? And I'm not saying like, oh, give me like the biggest gift. Like, no, give me your time of day.
Give me your
like
effort.
Give me your effort that you care. Like, if you're one of my closest friends, or if you're one of my friends that I consider that I see you like 2 or 3 times a month, like, you should be like, hey friend, like, what are we gonna do for your birthday? I feel like every single and I've had a couple of birthdays where a lot of people actually have done that to me, where
we're close,
where not only that, I've celebrated my birthday with them and they've ruined my birthday. Yo no puedo decir nada, but when it comes to their birthday and like I have to be all kudos nice and kiki with them, it's like, oh well, what did you just do for my birthday this year? Like, you literally ruined my birthday party and I didn't do shit. You should be even lucky I even brought something, and I was kind enough to take a time out of my day to go celebrate your birthday. Like, when somebody comes up to me and is like, oh, I want to do this for my birthday, I want to do this and I want to do that, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like, let me know.
Yeah, let me know. I used to be the type of people where it's like, oh, let me send you this, let's do this, let's do that. I know you like this, I know you like that. Now I'm very much like, let me know.
Yeah. And that's 100%.
And if you don't tell me 2 or 3 days in advance or a week in advance,
ni modo.
Happy birthday. I'll see you when I see you. You want to go for a dinner? All right. But I'm not about to be planning anybody else's shit anymore. Like, then the only reason why I plan my friends is because, of course, Irma's my best friend, so I don't mind it. Yeah. And Irma and me have always been very considerate of each other's birthday. Like, even just this year alone, like, I got mad as hell that Irma wasn't with me my entire birthday, but it was all due because she was doing something
at the house
out of her heart and out of love, because she knows that I wanted to celebrate my birthday, and she did it out of her kindness of her heart and love. So why wouldn't I do the exact same thing for her? A lot of people will be like, oh, Danny, don't think like that. Don't do what others do to you. But it's like, well,
at the end of the day, why are you going to do that effort to somebody else that's not going to appreciate it?
Yeah, and not only that, it's like I spend a lot of time, I spend a lot of energy, I spend a lot of love, I spend a lot of consideration for one person when they couldn't even give me that. I don't understand what
goes through their heads.
No, I just don't understand what this world has come to when it comes to being considerate and being so selfish and being so not kind. I've heard this a lot, like, oh, don't be like that, don't be like that. But it's like, why don't you tell them that? Why don't you tell that person, don't be like that to my man, or don't be like that to my friend, don't be like that. And I'm not saying like you guys, no. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying like an example. Like, why is it that it's always my fault? Like, oh, don't be such a
así amargado.
Don't be amargado. Just because they didn't come to your birthday doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to theirs. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, that's not fair. Like,
And
like
obviously, there's
like,
certain circumstances where people can't make it, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
For
And
those who you obviously know they could make it, and then later you see them posting somewhere else, like divirtiéndose and everything, and you're like, girl, I just invited
like
you somewhere here.
yes, I've had friends where I was like, friend, like come over here, like for my birthday we're gonna do this dinner. Oh, sorry, I'm busy because of X, Y, and Z reason. All right, that's fine. But then you see them at dinner with somebody else celebrating their birthday.
Yeah, that's where it's
And then you're like, oh, so we're not friends.
Yeah.
So you chose somebody else for X, Y, and Z reason.
So now we understand where we stand.
So now I understand where we stand. So for your birthday, I'm not even going to be considered about, hey, what are you going to do about your birthday? Because I'm a big heart person. Like, I want to give you the world. I want to do everything for you because it's your special day. But I do that because that's what I want on my special day. I want to give you all my consideration, all my love and all that because that's what I wanted. Let's say, for example, that we end up throwing you like a really big birthday party. And then my birthday comes around and you're like, oh my God, I want to throw Danny a really big birthday party, but I can't afford it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Take me out to dinner. Yeah. Come to my house.
Or for example,
we can get a pizza, girl.
Yes.
Get me a little cupcake. Movie night. Like, it's not that difficult to make me feel special on my birthday, to give me the consideration on my birthday. That's why when it comes to my birthday, I'm very selective of like the type of people that I invite. And if I don't invite you, it's because of that reason. Like, you just didn't make me feel comfortable on my special day. So why would I make you part of my special day again? Like, you ruined it. I come from a background of where my birthdays have never really been the greatest. So imagine that, like, somebody that hasn't had the best birthdays is still willing to give the world to somebody to make sure that they have the best birthday, but then they can't reciprocate that back to you. So again, you just fall in line with all of the horrible birthdays that you've had back to back to back to back. So now I just kind of protect my peace and I just do whatever you do to me on your birthday. I'm a take a note type of guy. Like, I keep receipts. I'm very observant. I'm very much like that. And you know, like, I don't gotta be doing this for other people.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
It isn't. It's just, as you said, it's protecting your own peace. And honestly, you made me open my mind of like what I was trying to say earlier because I feel like I couldn't find the words or whatever. But it's so true. I would always put so much effort into people's birthdays. Like, for example, in high school, I would always make cupcakes, bring balloons, still bring a small fucking gift. And then when it came to my birthday, I didn't get shit. And that's where also it changed my mindset, as I was mentioning earlier, of like not wanting to basically like say happy birthday to certain people no more, and I'm okay with it, or like them if they don't.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it. And what are they gonna tell me?
At the end of the day, like, if they're not reciprocating it back, now I know, as you said, we know where we stand. And
what are they going to tell me? Oh, you didn't wish me happy birthday.
Well,
oh, okay. Bitch. Well, last year you actually did this, and that, and that's why I did it. And then they're going to be like, oh, don't be like that. Oh, it's because, and it's like, well, I'm sorry.
Your chance, honey.
I'm sorry. Like, it's like also be considerate where it's like, all right, well, communicate with me and don't lie. And like, if I catch you red-handed and then later on you're like, oh, well, you didn't do this. Oh, you didn't do that. It's like,
literally
at this point, like, you're playing the victim, and it's like, I have every right to do so. Like, there has been a lot of people in my life that have not made me feel very special on my birthday or putting the effort.
And it's that's
like,
some weird shit.
Like, why am I putting energy for, not for you specifically, but why am I putting effort into making you balloons, putting cupcakes, doing this, doing that, when on my birthday I could have been just doing that exact same thing
for myself.
Exactly. The thing that bugs me more is like, you wait until the end of the day to say happy birthday to me, and it's like, girl, like,
it's already been all day.
All day. And dude, this happened to us just recently, and like, there was one specific one where like it kind of like hurt me because I was like, I give you the most, and like, I'm very considerate about your birthday and stuff like that. How is that everyone in that group chat gonna personally text me to be like, happy birthday, Danny, I hope you have such good great wishes, or they'll call me separately, not on the group chat,
separately, look at that,
not on the group chat, separately. But then one individual will be like, happy birthday, Danny, on the group chat, and just happy birthday, Danny, nothing else. Next year on your birthday, it's gonna go at night in the group chat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna text you. I'm not gonna even show up to your birthday because you were being inconsiderate. I'm very big on birthdays because it's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of you being a human. It's a celebration of all your accomplishments. It's a celebration of all of that. And when you want the closest people around you, that means the world to you. And if those people that to me, like, imagine if I tell you, like, you mean the world to me, 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 and then later on I'm like, well, where are all the people that mean the world to me? I'm here by myself. And that
That's the heartbreaking
sucks.
part.
So then I don't mean the world to you.
I don't mean shit to you.
I don't mean shit to you that
just
you didn't
shit on
even
me?
Yeah, literally.
You
And
just
that's how it feels like.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm very much more considerate about birthdays. I'm very selfish about birthdays now. And I'm very conscious about who I say happy birthday to,
Yeah,
because
literally.
like, if you can't even comment on my post happy birthday, why should I even comment, acknowledge, like, share, repost, even text you?
Yeah, literally. And that's the reason why I did the whole like kickback thing too, because obviously my birthday's like more towards the end of the years, and our friends' birthdays are more like in towards the beginnings. And obviously I made the effort to go, you know, celebrate with them and everything. And this is why I wanted to make that party, because for those who I went to, like, I want to make sure that they're there for my birthday and they're able to celebrate it. And I'm so glad that majority was able to make
So like, it just goes to show the priorities or the type of love or the care that you give. Like, I remember one time, like, when me and Alan's friends were barely becoming friends. Of course, they weren't really that much of my friends, like, because they were talking more to Alan, but they were kicking their high school friends.
You're barely like getting to know them.
Yes.
They're barely getting to know you. They're trying to. Your guys are trying to understand each other.
Yes. So at that moment, I didn't know if I should invite them to my birthday, because I didn't know if they were like down for me like that. You know what I mean? I remember on one of my birthdays that we were going out to the club. A couple of my coworkers were gonna go, but they had lagged. So I was like, oh my God, like, nobody's gonna go to my birthday party. And Alan's like, oh babe, like, let's invite like the friend group. And I was like, I don't really know them, babe, but like, you know, they're your friends. And they're like, come on, like, they're down to go.
And it's crazy because at first it would be like, oh, it's Alan's friends, and now like I'm glad to
like,
say
they're our friends.
Friends now, because we really did build that connection with them and that relationship with them.
So when Alan had invited them, they were like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Like, we're down.
They were all hella down to go. So when we got back to my house from the club, one of the friends that was there that always kicks it with us, she was like, oh my God, dude, I almost got so sad that you didn't invite us to your birthday. Like, we really wanted to celebrate. And that's when I was like, oh my God, like, these people care for me. Like, and now I feel like a bitch because I didn't invite them. Like, and they probably think that I don't like them. So when she told me that, I was like, dude, I didn't think that you guys were gonna be down. Like, I thought you guys were just Alan friends. They were like, no, we love you. Like, we wanted to celebrate with you. And they even, for a last minute, dude, they even brought me gifts. So it just goes to show, like, when you see the people that put effort into your birthday, why wouldn't you want to put that effort into their birthday? So one thing that I do truly miss, and they still do it till this day, but I just don't answer, and which is really fucked up for me, is my godparents, which is my dad's side of the family, they still call me every single year for my birthday, and I haven't picked up in the last 3 years. But they still call me. They called me this year. So it just goes to show the efforts and the love and the care that a lot of people will do for you for your birthday, and the people that don't, it just goes to show their true colors and their true caring and love that they have for you. Like, really, I get other people are going through other things and stuff like that, 100%. But being considerate doesn't take a lot of effort.
No, it really doesn't. And honestly, like, and that's where low-key now, like, with that text message that I saw, I was like, that's the boundary that I'm now going to create. Because each year would always make that effort for that person for their birthday. And now, like, I'm just kind of like, you know what? Ya pa que.
I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it. We're sick of it. Done. No, but overall, guys, honestly, but you guys, I feel like we've kind of like, we're ending it in a very like, way, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to express ourselves on how, an individual should be treated for your birthday. So if you guys could relate to this and understand where we're coming from, you totally get it. And if you guys are in that situation right now of like, what the fuck do I do? Like, what's going on? Take this tip. If you see that they haven't done anything for your birthday or put that effort for you on your special day,
Don't
leave
give
it
them
as
the
is.
effort.
Just
Put
leave it
that
as is.
effort into yourself.
Exactly. Do that effort to self. Let them wait until they hit you up. Wait until if they want to do something. Wait to see if they even remember to even want to hang out with you.
And surround yourself with people that really do love and care for you, because
Close
at the end of the
people.
day, like, that's all that it is. And we don't have to be worrying about like, oh, who's gonna do this or who's gonna do that.
At the
You
end
know,
of the
like,
day,
it's not,
like,
we don't need anybody to do anything for us. It's just, it's the acknowledgement as being as a
Exactly.
human being, like, to be considerate and to be
Exactly.
loved. Being considerate is one of the biggest forms of love that you can give anyone. And that's one of my biggest quotes for my year of 26 is be considerate.
Yeah.
Be considerate, because everyone's going through something. Everyone does something. Everyone is something. Like, just be considerate.
Just be considerate. And to end on a good note, that for sure my birthday party was an eye-opener of who I'm going to have for sure in my life next year. So with that being said, we're going to end it with a positive affirmation.
And this week's is from ChatGPT. Celebrate not just the passing of another year, but the growth, the lessons, and the moments that have shaped who you are today. Embrace the future with open arms, because the best is yet to come.
That makes me so emotional.
Oh, not her crying. It is good, dude. It's 26. What do we say? 26 and thriving.
26 and thriving. I feel like I still haven't positive.
Well, dude, another year. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube.
Go off, Queen, because I can't stop crying right now.
It's okay, friend. Don't cry. What are you crying about? Let's talk about your emotions. You feel like you're just excited for the New Year's?
I'm just really happy.
That's good. To be living
This is
another
like
year.
Living another year and two. Can see you having you.
Oh, thank you, friend. I love you
To
too.
have Alan, to have Ashley, and to
Just to have everyone that loves you loves you.
that everybody loves that. Just
And we
that.
all support you, and that's all that it is.
Literally. So I know I'm just like, I didn't want to cry or anything, but it's just happy tears, and it's just astonishing to me that like people do like love me and just care for me. And
Well,
sometimes
if
I
you
don't
know that
realize
people
that, you
cares,
know?
if people know that they care for, if you know that people care for you and love you, then love yourself
Yeah.
and care for yourself
Exactly.
for 26 and more, because the next 4 years, you got a lot of work to do.
We got a lot. Well, I got
30, no, we do. Because I'm not going to just put you, because we all got a lot of shit to do.
We gotta support each other,
So,
and we're just gotta, keep pushing through and just.
Because 30 is going to be fun.
30 is gonna be a lit
And we have
year.
4 years to make sure that we got all our dreams and inspirations to make sure that we are in 30. And that's
Yes.
something that I have always done. And I've told
Yeah.
you, when I have always said, even when we were in high school, I told Irma, by the time I'm 25, I have to be skinny. Have to have my house, have to have my dogs, have to have my man, have to have my nose done. And I'm 25 and I've
And
done
you
all of
literally
that.
did
So it's
that.
all just about manifestation. What do you want to be when before you're 30?
Before I'm 30, for sure, I want to feel physically beautiful and just amazing. Obviously, we love our plus size girls, but to feel better as a person for myself, I just want to feel very amazing with being skinny finally, and I just want to be able to be financially stable and hopefully be moved out into a mobile home or something like that. Honestly, that's a huge goal, and maybe going back to school. So that's definitely
Well, those are a lot of dreams, but they're
They're a lot.
doable, and it's
Yeah.
4 years. So remember
4
that.
years. So 1 year each different.
Something that I really did take seriously when people were like, "Oh, for your 20s, have fun." I am.
Yeah.
And I
Literally.
am.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to regret any of the things that I did throughout my 20s. Like, oh, I didn't go to school. I can still go to school.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a good car. I can still get a good car when I'm 30. Oh, I don't have my house. I can get my house when I'm 30.
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
never too late.
Never, guys.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
At Romantics XO, and don't forget to follow the social medias on TikTok and on Instagram at Let's Talk Pendejadas.
And everyone wish a happy birthday to Irma down below. Cause it's your birthday, bitch. Cause it's your birthday, bitch. Cause it's your birthday, bitch. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.